Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And that gets things running.
For the ultimate model of consistency and longevity, there is the perfect example in front of us.
Yeah, Javier Zanetti, he goes on forever, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, that's why they...
Big chance! And it's a goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
So, a breakthrough already. That pass has been well intercepted. And he cuts out the supply.
Welcome to modern football. You get hounded by everyone.
Zanetti. Pirlo. And it's Yaya Toure. And here's Dembele. And here's Baggio. And this is Messi. He's onside. And the finish! Goal! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser. Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Cruyff! Well taken goal. And again they hit the front. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Colorado Springs with the lead. Bergomi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And here's Del Piero. Nice sequence of passes, this. There could be trouble here. Can he finish? And that's a good finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
He's in one-on-one. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Zanetti. Now that looks a decent ball. Zanetti finding himself in space. And a header! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. They are purring, truly purring. Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
It's Baggio! Oh, that's a waste.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot on sight policy. It's just not working.
Chips it through. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. And the shot! That has ended up in no man's land. And this is Del Piero! And somehow he kept it out.
Oh, such good technique as well. That was exquisite. It's a real shame he couldn't find a finish after that.
And the pass is intercepted. Looking for a runner. And this is Del Piero. That's the end of the first 45.
Colorado Springs have been simply outstanding in the first half. There doesn't seem to be a single weakness in their team, and should that not change, they could go big from here.
Colorado Springs up by 3 after a terrific 45 minutes. Even in a game like this, you would think that should be enough. And we get things going again. And he was quick to react. Yaya Toure. Bellingham. Now it's Owen. And here's Royce. Pull it. Zanetti. A picture of focus and alertness. Well, that is one way to stop him. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store. Royce clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
It's a good run he's making out on the left. 60 minutes played. Yaya Toure. Now Seedorf. Owen. And it's Zanetti. Owen. That is a brilliant interception. Griezmann. Pepe. Zanetti. And it's Zanetti. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Nicely aimed pass. Pull it. Threads one in. Now it's Del Piero. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And Zanetti. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Can he get on the end of this? And it's Royce. And here's Owen. And this is Royce. And Royce! And that's a tidy finish. It could be a lifeline. 2 more needed. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Dunkirk may be down, but not out just yet. Pull it. Zanetti. Yaya Toure. And it's Seedorf. Nicely spread. Back where it came from. Bale. And it's Bellingham. Decent chance! But he's left disappointed.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And that's it. Colorado Springs can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are perfectly entitled to, following this splendid display of poise, potency and proficiency. Cruyff picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he said his...
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So straight into the action. Well, we all know who created the concept. Big chance! What a wonderful goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes. Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pepe gets over and intercepts. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Pass is just off target. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. And it's Hullet. He has a look up. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. De Gea deals with that nice and simple. Pele. Colorado Springs do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, okay, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Hullet, the magician-in-chief, his feet twinkling. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's a promising position. Hullet. That is a brilliant interception. Pepe can get it clear. Del Piero. Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, they can break here. Griezmann. Now it's Cruyff. And he's managed to get free. That's a good... And the shot! And that's a tidy finish. And there's the goal they've been looking for. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So that's 2 now without reply.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now he's got space here. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Hullet is there to clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Del Piero. He is through here. And that could well leave a mark. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. So a big chance now from 12 yards. David De Gea must save this. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Colorado Springs find a position of real strength now. Now that looks a decent ball. Chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that.
Chance for a shot! And he's stuck it away. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
And that is all they have time for.
I just think it's been a great performance and they totally deserve to have this lead at half-time. I mean, just about anything they tried seemed to have come off. It's incredible stuff.
It's hard to believe we're only at half-time. The lead is 3, but for how long? It's anyone's guess. The second period is on the way. Xavi Alonso. Thuram. A picture of focus and alertness. Looking for options for movement. Zanetti. Pull it. Goes looking wide. And it's Zanetti. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And this is Del Piero. And this is Griezmann. Del Piero. Zanetti. That's a sharp pass. Plays a sharp little ball here. Lovely, now then. Pull it. And they can counter here. And that has been cut short. Pull it. Takes a shot! He's got a goal! A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Oh, that's excellent composure because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
So could they be onto something here? Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Del Piero. Xavi Alonso does really well to win the ball there. Totti, that's an imaginative pass. Aimed beyond the defence. And he's there to clear it. That is ended up in no man's land. Now that's well seen too. Pull it. And the counter is on. He can run onto that. And this is Griezmann. And the shot! And a neat finish. Irrepressible, imperious. That's what makes him what he is. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Clinical. Just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Colorado Springs, palpably stronger, better, superior. Zanetti calmly anticipates. Pull it. And it's Cruyff. Del Piero receives it in a wide position. Knocks it into space. Here's a chance! It's anyone's ball now. Pass somewhat off target. Azar. He shifted it to the flank. He's got away. Brilliantly cut out. Griezmann. Now it's Cruyff. And that's been won straight back. And Zanetti. Oh, that is a nice touch. Searching pass he's played there. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that is that. Colorado Springs, pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle, and here we go.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front... Oh, good effort! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Messi.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Jordan Pickford. He's a great all-round goalkeeper, Peter. Great at shot stopping and dominant in his box. He also gets counter-attacks going with his accurate long passes. The opposition should be a little wary.
And a chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Colorado Springs with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. He's being urged to shoot. And this is... And he shoots! Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And it's Batistuta. Pull it. Now that looks a decent ball, and he's made sure that's not getting through. And he's managed to get rid. Batistuta, and he's had it nicked away. And here's Batistuta. Oh, good take in a good area. Bojan Krkić was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well read, nice interception. Zanetti. Griezmann receives it in a good position here. De Bruyne. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. And it's Hullet. Now it's Del Piero. No, that's been intercepted. De Bruyne. Batistuta. There he goes. Batistuta! Big moment! Massive goal!
Surprise, surprise. Look who turns up to give his side the ultimate lift before the break. Now we can look forward to a whole different game in this second half.
And that really is so impressive. You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
And that signals the end of the first period. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Colorado Springs come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Colorado Springs can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And this is Del Piero. Now it's Bale. Played out towards the right wing. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Played out wide, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Some really good ball movement. Just eases him off the ball. Colorado Springs, still this single goal behind. Oh, played right into his path. And they win it back again. Madrid appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Del Piero is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. He's onside. He's got a shot! Oh, good finish. There seemed no way back, but they are level. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And here's Batistuta. That is good alertness. Colorado Springs still have the cards to affect this game.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And that is a little undercooked. De Bruyne.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Looking to play him in. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. So we have movement on both benches. Guti. Now it's Bojan. Guti. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Bojan. Great chance! The message is simple. Defend this with your lives.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And they've got a throw. That's it. The referee says enough. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, we're on the way. Well, Jim, there have been quite a few lethal front threes down the years, but this man, Neymar, might have been a part of the best of them all.
I would say so. I mean, they won the treble in 2014-15, so it's hard to argue against that.
And in the first season, they played together too.
All three of them had great seasons, but I can't forget that game against the battle-hardened boys from Madrid, where they all scored.
Bale! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Now it's Bale. Griezmann. Now it's Del Piero. Threads one in. Bullet is wide and looking to get onto this. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Silvestre. A probing pass. Bout of passing here, really easy. Oh, they could be caught out here. He's found a way through. Silvestre did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Zanetti. And he was quick to react. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And it's Bale. Colorado Springs are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Now, can they get him away? Adriano is flagged offside. This is a promising build-up. Aimed beyond the defence. Conte is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now it's Bale. Looking to play him in.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
And no, that was never going to make it. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Could move up a gear here. Silvestre is always looking to play quality balls. And here's the chance to counter. Now that's well seen too. Rijkaard. Neymar. And here's Van Basten. So a temporary halt to the action. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How would you review the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. So off we go again.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Nice interception, well timed. That's going to go a long way. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so. Great chance! He scored!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defenses apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Colorado Springs have penetrated for the first time.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Neymar, very much a man of this moment. Dink through. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. He's found a way through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Gibbs White. Wriggles his way through. That's been cut out, well played. And that has been cut short. Colorado Springs are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Might be danger. It's Bale! Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. Donnarumma must save this. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, as decisive as it comes. Spot chosen, spot hit.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Torres! Oh, fantastic! He's got himself an absolute peach. And they are dragging it back. Game on again. A horrible blip. A moment they could well have done without.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Oh, he's burst through. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Colorado Springs, with the clock ticking away, have a chance to change the whole picture. This for genuine comfort. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
Colorado Springs have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Oh, well played. He's having a shot! Pepe clears. Bullet. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, what a ball! And Owen! Oh, good finish. Drama at the death. Is there time for one more twist? Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a...
And time is up. Colorado Springs have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary. He's in one-on-one. Shot a goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? And this is Nedved. Nedved! Superb goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So, a breakthrough already. And he's gone looking for safety. Passing nice and neat. Some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's an imaginative pass. Threads one in. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And here's Del Piero. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Tries to pass it through. Thuram makes the interception.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space.
Big chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Griezmann really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Colorado Springs with the corner. They're first. And that should get the job done. Played back. And this is Del Piero.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And he cuts out the supply. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Dembele. Can he get on the end of this? Pass somewhat off target. Well read, and the danger is averted. Now he's got space here. That's the end of the first 45. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Colorado Springs coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Colorado Springs have made the crucial breakthrough. Can he finish? Nedved. Xavi Alonso. Nedved. Del Piero. And he's been shifted off it. Batistuta, who needs just a moment to score a goal. No way through there.
Bangladesh really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
And here's Batistuta.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
And this is Totti.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, he's bustling through here. Real chance! And that's a tidy finish. There seemed no way back, but they are level. The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
Colorado Springs choosing to make the first change. Bangladesh restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Now that's well seen too. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Bale. Chiellini deals with that comfortably. Chiellini can clear it away.
Colorado Springs clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And it's Ribery. Gets a good foot in there.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
That's a good ball. Bale! And how did he not put that away?
Ah, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
This their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. And this is Bale. And he can thump it away. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Collar. Chiellini gets it clear. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Ambitious ball here. Well, that has not gone well. They huffed and they puffed, but that will be that. So it's ended all square, both sides showing... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We're up and running. Goes for a shot! In he goes again! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience
There's the shot! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. In he goes again! And that's a good finish. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Can he finish? And it's in! And again they hit the front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
India with the lead. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Out towards the flank. Kukchu is onto this. Zanetti. And now the breakaway. And that's a nicely shaped ball. It's Luis Suarez! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Colorado Springs certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking. Colorado Springs really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now.
Shapes to shoot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
India with the corner, they're first. McAllister, Schlotterbeck. To McAllister. Kukchu is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And it's Kukchu. Colorado Springs are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Vieira. Now it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Hullet. Zanetti. He's found a way past. Lovely bit of skill. Vieira. Hullet receives it in a good position here. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And the shot! And there's a goal! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Colorado Springs are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. And Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared at the interval. It's 2-2. Back on the way then. And they've got a throw. Colorado Springs do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
That's a cute ball. Oh, that was vital. India are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they? That could spell trouble. Kukchu does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Kukchu really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That's an imaginative pass. Real chance! They want to be quick to recover this. Thuram going vertical. And here's Danny Olmo. And it's McAllister. Clipped into space. Chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Colorado Springs do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Hunnit.
Such good technique.
He is through here. It's a good-looking delivery.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Eric Garcia. This is a promising build-up. Mateus. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given...
Nedved! It's bounced back off the post. And that was very necessary. 5 minutes left on the clock. Ambitious ball here. Pass somewhat off target. Zanetti. Colorado Springs, desperately searching for the winner here. Close. It's Bale! Oh, he's done it! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Colorado Springs found the way, forcibly. Now they must hold out.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserved this, but has the opposition...
And the referee brings it to a close. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Kaut. Shevchenko ploughing through the middle. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. First quarter of an hour gone.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Takes a shot! There it is! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Colorado Springs are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
That is good strength. Oh, he's been caught on it. There's the shot! And a neat finish. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Shoots! Oh, it's come loose. In he goes again. It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
A probing pass. Oh, what has happened here? Real chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Colorado Springs with the corner. They're first. Defending of the desperate variety. Pepe. Vinicius Junior. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's the end of the first 45. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it's been an exciting half, Peter, with each side having chances and good spells of possession. I'm hoping that both will keep this open approach.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. And so we're off again. Colorado Springs do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
That's a lovely, neat pass. No, that's been intercepted. Gerard looking to add to his goal. Kaut, good driving run. Colorado Springs
Really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system.
Just the keeper in it, and the shot! Goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Colorado Springs with the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Del Piero being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
And it's Olmo. Now it's Kaut. And this is Ibrahimovic.
Germany really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get...
Bale! A real chance and a real let-off.
Colorado Springs certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Brilliantly cut out. Xavi Alonso. Colorado Springs still have the cards to affect this game. And he is definitely a decent chance! And that really should have been that.
Bale really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And a chance! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Kaut, good strong midfield running here. Zanetti, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And here's Kaut. And that has left him in a heap.
Germany really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Del Piero! But he's left disappointed. And we're done. Colorado Springs can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster, that. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. When you think great defenders, you've got to think Cannavaro.
Yeah, well, they don't come much better or bigger in stature. His qualities are obvious, but his winning mentality and cool temperament are all part of a first-class package.
It's everything you want. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And Cruyff! Superb goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And that is fabulous! A true beauty of a goal!
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Mateus. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well read, nice interception. Now it's Cruyff. That looks a good ball through. Colorado Springs leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Del Piero. Ambrosini. Great ball, and he's in. Griezmann! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Griezmann stood his ground strongly. A certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Griezmann, and this is Del Piero. Cafu did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Nice looking ball. Pinches it off him.
Piemonte really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
Mateus can see things others simply cannot. And that has been cut short. Del Piero. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Hullet. And Hullet! It's a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Colorado Springs are such an adept counter.
And the whistle goes for half-time.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Colorado Springs looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. And we are back on the way. Cafu makes the interception. Mateus. Zanetti getting forward. And here's Hullet. Pull it. Pull it! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Can he stop it going out? Oh, he's been caught napping. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Pull it. Pass is just off target. Mateus. Some resolute defending there. Plays a sharp little ball here. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. De Bruyne. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Vieira. Now it's Del Piero. This looks promising. Always goal chance for a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh, a gilt-edged chance! And the shot! And he's stuck it away! They are playing them off the park! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Colorado Springs are having a ball here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Mohamed Salah showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And that is a little undercooked.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Griezmann. He's had it taken off him. Great vision. And it's been played through. What a save from Peter Schmeichel! Vieira. It's Xabi Alonso. Now, can they get him away? Mateus. Cafu. De Bruyne with the slide tackle there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. So we have movement on both benches. Vieira. Oh, there's a probing ball. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Referee has just said play on. Oh, super! It's Adriano! Neymar. Mohamed Salah. Can he get on the end of this? Mbappe. Nicely aimed pass. 4 added minutes on the board. Del Piero! Marquinhos gets across to intercept that. Oh, just skips. Oh, he's on his own. Goes for a shot. He's got a goal. And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy. And that will be the final act. Colorado Springs can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's away we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Lamine Yamal. Well, this guy, Lamine Yamal, Peter, certainly is a very exciting talent. A natural right winger. We all know about his technique, but he's very impressive with his...
Gets his head on it! And it's come back out to him. And he's done it!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's really good anticipation.
And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So straight into the action. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I've been very impressed with this fella up in Meccano. We all know of his impressive record, but he's a lovely blend of athleticism and technical nous that he developed from quite an early age. It'll be interesting to see who his opponents bring to the table to test him, because...
Shapes to shoot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Del Piero really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. This their second corner of the game. Impressive jump! Marvellous goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. Ajax are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And it's Del Piero. Couldn't squeeze it through.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Colorado Springs, currently a goal to the good, and with the lion's share of the ball. And here's Del Piero. Griezmann. Albert Ferrer. Colorado Springs leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Well, it's tantalisingly brilliant, at times unstoppable. And here's Cruyff. He's going for goal! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Well, the first goal came from this. Vardiol clears without hesitation. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, that's a key interception. Juve looking to play him in.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Juve! Juve! What a save from Peter Schmeichel!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Searching pass he's played there. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, that has not gone well. That's a good foray he's making. Raul. Bullet always looking for that half a chance. And this is Cruyff. Great vision. Griezmann showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, that was vital. Totti. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Colorado Springs up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak may be all it needs to change it.
Colorado Springs leading via the game's only goal, 1-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Colorado Springs can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Raul. Now, can they get him away? Juve has it out wide and in space. Ball is over the line. Upamecano.
Ajax really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
And the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So changes afoot here and from both sides. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Colorado Springs have the chance to go the other way. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Colorado Springs clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And he was quick to react. Zanetti. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's not looking good, Peter. You can't just stop playing once you've gone ahead. You're letting the opposition know that you can be got at, and they can so easily raise the pace and tempo to do just that.
Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And that pass just didn't quite work. And they've got rid. Wriggles his way through. Filippo Inzaghi.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, what has happened here?
Colorado Springs surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Oh, truly brave defending.
That is superb defensive work. The one man who had to be on top of his...
Goes for a shot! Oh, good finish. And this is getting better and better. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Colorado Springs have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard.
And there goes the final whistle. Colorado Springs can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle and here we go. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, it's nothing new for attacking players to be converted into wing-backs and full-backs. But in this guy, Alphonso Davies, I think we might have uncovered something rather special. The raw pace, the energy, the athleticism. It's an endless drive he seems to have, and it's quite incredible.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly. And the shot! Marvellous goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was... He'll try from distance! Oh, that is outstanding! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! You just know there is no stopping that.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Colorado Springs are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see that.
He's having a pop! Superb from Hullet! About as smooth as it gets. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Colorado Springs find a position of real strength now.
Well,
and the finish! That was quite a test for the goalkeeper.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Messi, good read, needed to be. He won't be happy with that one. And here's Messi. Caught offside that time. Great vision.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And Hullet! And that is wildly off target.
What a fabulous run. Okay, it didn't come off in the end, Peter, but that would surely spark some kind of response from those around him.
Costa Curta cuts out the pass. Maldini. Oh, easy pickings there. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Half-time coming up and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Colorado Springs have got it back and they'll have another go. Zanetti.
That was lovely, that.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. Now it's Hullet. Very nicely done. Goes down, but nothing given. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
This is a promising build-up. And that is a little undercooked. And that interception. And for the first half, that is that. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end.
There's the shot! Yes! They will take that. They are absolutely ripping it up. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.